Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. I've been trying to keep it more chill, more low key around here to bring in a different audience. I don't know if it's working or not, but today we are getting a 23C. I'm even navigating it as I do that. I'm saying today, and then I'm pulling myself back, trying to be more restrained, trying to be more approachable. Today, we are getting a 23-mile long run in the Nike Vomero Plus, one of the hottest new max cushion shoes to hit the market. So if you're looking for a new max cushion shoe, or if you're looking for some good vibes, you're in the right place. An even better place, if you're looking for either a shoe or a vibe or a great group of people, will be the Supwell app. It's my app. The primary reason you should join is because it's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there. So you can get a shoe like this. I've actually started to see them already listed on the app for well below MSRP. People will buy them. Some people will buy 2 different colorways or 2 different sizes. They don't work for them. They don't want to deal with the hassle of returning them, or they just want to pass along a deal to another hobby jogger. So they'll list it on the app. We also have a community, so you can post your runs. You can see what runs other people are doing. You can ask and answer any training questions. If you're having tough training, if you want to share a training win, if you want to talk about your fueling strategy, if you want to ask about tips for new runners getting into it, join the Supwell app, post on the forums, and we'll help you out. So get in with us and enjoy today's video. All right, man, nice and early right now, 7:20 p.m. One of the last Saturdays of summer here. Last Saturday of summer before the kids go back to school, or before Mace goes back to school. We've got the long run tomorrow morning. It's going to be a nice, relaxed long run. I'm cleaning up the pizza. I'm going to freeze some of this. We decided to order pizza tonight. Just keep it simple because my mother-in-law is here. And this was fire, by the way. Shout out to Tony's Pizza. I mean, they had the eggplant, the broccoli, the olives, complete flames. Had to move some stuff around to fit the pizza in there. There's gigantic pizzas. But yeah, it's pretty early. I'm going to get to bed really early tonight. I want to see if I can beat the heat. I'm not going to get to bed at 7:20, but if I can get to bed at 8:30, dude, that'll be a banger. Oh, she's up. Everyone just came through and blew up my spot. But yeah, I'm getting everything prepped for the long run tomorrow. So classic long run shorts, Tracksmith shorts, the features, socks, OG hobby jogger hat. I will get coffee ready because here's the thing, my mother-in-law's here, so I want to wake up early to beat the heat. That's why I was saying last weekend of summer, I want to get out of here relatively early tomorrow because it's going to be another hot day. Let me see this. Where's my phone? Phone's over here. Yeah, I have to just leave it on this wireless charger pretty much all the time because my battery is just completely smoked now from that software update I had to do. All right, let's check this out. Yeah, the processing speed on this is not great. So 6 a.m. it's going to be 72, and then by the time we get to 8, 74, and then ramping up after that. So yeah, if I can get out of here by 6:30 or 7, we'll be good. But here's the thing. I'm planning on doing a 3-hour long run. If I leave here at 7, it takes 3 hours. I'm not going to be done till 10 something, and it's going to be in the 80s. If I leave at 6:30, we'll be done at 9 something, and we can beat that 80-degree heat. So hopefully we can do that. And yeah, it's ramping up again, man. Sunday and Monday, high of 90s, and then it looks like we're good on the 90s for a while there. But that's the plan. That's why I'm setting everything up so early, so I can get up at a decent hour and hit the road here. So this is the coffee. It's the classic black and white Benjamin Pass. Also, if you were confused, I can't make the coffee at night, but I just do the grinding at night so that when I wake up, all I have to do is press this button, and it's not going to be as loud in the morning because this, well, I'll wake somebody up who's sleeping right in the room right there. I'm going to get everything ready. What else? Boom. Peanut butter. Look at this. Charles got my favorite peanut butter. No stir Justin's. Love it. All right, that should be good. And then I should get my bottle set up too. Same bottle that we used today. I went and did Charlie's long run with her, or just her weekend run with her today. So I'm going to have to find that bottle now. But that's a must-have for a run this hot. Go ask her. Oh, those are the shoes right there. Nike Vomero Plus. I've had them out for 2 days now. I was going to actually run in them today, but Charles wore her glizzies, so I matched her. I'll go ask her about the bottle. Yeah, this is Fire Flames 12,000 right here. Highly recommend this. 21 ounces of water without feeling too heavy. Straps down to your hand perfectly. It's a complete beast. I'll throw my link to it below.
Man, school routine is going to change a lot of vibe around here.
Yeah, definitely. The Banoffee gel got all sticky inside. It's not what you want. Turns into glue, but I've been trying to only take half of these caffeine gels because I can just get too jittery. Caffeine gels, yeah.
What are they, really?
Yeah, so they have carbs. All the running gels, and then some of them also have caffeine. But I don't like taking the full caffeine gels anymore because then I'll get too jittery.
Yeah.
So I take half, but then I just leave the other half.
Oh, so take it out.
So it's just been there for a week. It's not great. Well, save it for tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, her drawing is amazing.
Yeah.
She's just... Those kids, all of them, I mean, they just have blossomed so much in, I mean, I haven't seen them in almost 4 months.
Yeah, everything changes so quickly.
It's so fast. It's just so fast. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my computer thinking I'm gonna get some work done. Yeah, go ahead, laugh at me. Go ahead, laugh.
No, it's good to try.
Yeah. Saturday night, maybe I'll get lucky.
I don't think so. This is the closest you'll find to it.
Probably, right?
Yeah, preparation is so key for the long run. No matter if it's your first time doing a long run or your 101st time, it's just good to be prepared, man. And it also just gets me in the right mindset. I don't prepare like this for any other run throughout the week. But with these long runs, I want to make sure my clothes are out. I always set out my clothes. I always set out the fuel beforehand. Oh gosh, this lighting is horrible. Hold on. Is that better? I think so. I don't know. But yeah, I always set out my gels. I'm going with the Torque gels. Ever since I learned we did the number crunching analysis for Instagram, these are, 8 cents per gram of carbohydrate versus Morton, 15. Morton with 15 cents per gram of carbohydrate. Crazy. So ever since I learned that, I've been trying to switch over to these more for my long runs. I don't use gels for any other run. Even if I'm going 18 miles, I won't use a gel, only for the long runs. But I like to just prepare everything for the long run. Gets me in the right mindset. Also, people are going to be sleeping right there. Well, hopefully not people. Hopefully just my mother-in-law will be sleeping right there. and I'm going to be up relatively early, so I just want to make sure everything is good to go here. So we've got these. Throw them in the bottle. Yeah, and this is what I was just saying to her, though. The caffeine gels recently, I've just noticed that during the run, it's fine. It gives me energy. But also just, it really, with the sharp boost of caffeine, just makes me really focused, which is great for a workout. But if I'm not doing a workout, I don't need it. And then also I've noticed after the run, I can just crash pretty hard later in the day if I do the caffeine gel. So I've been trying to only do those caffeine gels if I need it for, not need it, I don't need it for anything, but if I feel it's going to give me a boost to hit a hard workout. So for example, last week doing 3 by 4 miles, no, 4 by 3 miles, I always get confused. I did 4 sets of 3 miles at marathon pace. I took a caffeine gel. The week before then, I was doing 10 miles tempo at marathon pace. I took a caffeine gel. Tomorrow, I'm only doing a relaxed run. I might do a pace pickup for a few miles, just see how it feels if I'm up for it. But the plan is to keep it relatively relaxed. So no caffeine gel. I might do this just half that I already had there, but I don't need that big boost of caffeine. All right, boom. Let's get some water in there. And then, yeah, I'm going to try to be in bed by 8:15 or something. Oh, this is scaring me. I think this is a 2-hand operation. Yeah, there's honestly nothing I love more than getting into bed early. But if you're not married to somebody who also loves getting into bed early, then it's not going to work out well. Because Charlie just always makes fun of me or just gets annoyed. She doesn't like going to bed early. But also, she's mostly with the kids all day. So at night, that's her time to do whatever. It's her time to either be by herself or talk to me, talk to the only adult that she'll see all day. Versus me, I've been working all day. I just want to go to sleep. But she's going to sleep early tonight too. So I will as well, which is a beautiful thing. All right. Let's close this. Yeah, that's full. I'm just trying to make sure everything's ready to go. So yeah, and then for the morning, I have, let me show you, because I really don't know if I'm going to be able to talk at all tomorrow morning. I'll probably just try to be as quiet as possible. Boom. This is what I have for the morning. Just classic Dave's Boomin' Berry. Should I take these out and defrost them? Is that weird to take them out? I guess that's what they're made for. So why don't I just do that? Then I don't have to be slamming the fridge or anything. I also think doing the long run preparation just helps for marathon training. Just being prepared in general is so huge. I know someone's going to have a comment about this, dude. Anytime I do something with food, it's crazy. I think food is the most triggering area for people to comment. They're going to say, you put bagels in a container sideways, bro? That's crazy. That's wild, bro. Bro really slid in the bagels sideways. You're supposed to put the bagels perpendicular. Oh, Reevesy's screaming. Hold on. All right, I can finish the bit. What was I saying? The perpendicular bagel guy commenting, but yeah, this is always something, man. Or that I put lemon in the guac. That's the hobby jogger method. That's the thing. I don't do things necessarily perfectly. I do things how I'm able to do them. So if I don't have lime for the guac, I might mess around, throw in some lemon. If I don't have a perfect container to put bagels in perpendicular, might have to mess around, put them in offset. Know what I mean? It's the hobby jogger lifestyle. That's the problem with people these days, man. There's a lot of grown men out here worried about how another man is positioning his bagels on the internet instead of running up their back. So If you're listening to this video, I hope you're running up your back. All right, let's go grab the Vomero Plus. Boom. Oh, it's dark. I said boom. You can't even see it. You can't see me. You can't see me. Boom. All right. Yeah, so last thing before I go to sleep tonight. These are the shoes for tomorrow's run. The Hype King right now. It's crazy how hype these things got. It's almost like Adidas Evo SL levels of hype. Not there yet, but this is the sign of a good shoe. How long can it hang on to the hype, and can it transcend the booms and busts of the hype cycle? Because if you look at a shoe like the Adidas Prime X Strung 3, that thing was so hyped to the moon. Everyone wanted to buy it. Everyone wanted to try it. And I haven't heard anybody talk about it in the past 3 weeks, really. Versus Hyperion Max 3, that thing was also hyped. Maybe more so in the sicko community than in general, but I still see people running in that. I still see people loving that thing. That is a very solid shoe that has outlived the hype cycle. Now, the Prime X Strung 3 isn't bad at all. It's a really fun, good shoe, but it just doesn't have the same training durability and just broad use case. Not durability, but just broad use case as something like the Hyperion Max 3. So I'll be really interested to see with this thing, how does it evolve? How do people's opinions of it evolve over time? Because first run I did in it felt a lot firmer than I expected, but a really fun ride. Just pleasant, bouncy, great cushion, very protective, decently lightweight for how much stack you get. It also has that Connor Mantz effect. I saw today he did another long run in this shoe, and a few people actually commented on his Strava saying, dude, you're responsible for the Vomero Plus hype right now, or all the sales that are going to this shoe. So people are using it. He's using it. I also used it, what was it, yesterday or the day before for a double. I think I've put dang near 30 miles on it. Tomorrow will probably put us up near 50. Oh no, because I was going to run it today, but then I didn't. So tomorrow will put us up over 45, but it looks great. It has this ZoomX tag right here. It's not real ZoomX. It's BoomX. It's Nike's training version of ZoomX, but it looks great. Tall stack of foam. The downsides of it, what I didn't love about it, it felt too aggressive, or just more aggressive than I thought. It wasn't like a Nimbus or a Glycerin Max or even a Mag Max that completely let me hang back and use the backside of the platform. It really wanted me to be landing farther up, maybe because of the 10 millimeter drop. So on the long run tomorrow, maybe that's going to be a good thing. Maybe we want to be in a more aggressive stance to keep the legs ticking over, but at the same time, it's nice to just be able to run in a more natural way without feeling like we have to get up on our toes. So that's something that I'll keep in mind. When I'm looking for a max cushion shoe, I don't typically want something that feels aggressive, but maybe this thing will break in and change up. But so far, every single time I've run in this shoe so far, did I say so far twice? I did. So far, every time I've run in this shoe, I've felt that I've run faster than I intended. So whether it's a morning run or a recovery run, I've just been picking up the pace. So we'll see how that does tomorrow. Other good things about it, upper, man, super comfortable upper. Great padding on this guy, and then nice lightweight material here. We'll see how it stands up to a 3-hour run. Good cushion in the upper padding and in the back. The other downside, though, I didn't mention this, stability. Stability and where the cushion ends in the back. So again, when I used this on my first few runs, my legs were super banged up. Hopefully tomorrow I'm not going to feel as tired and banged up. My legs have actually felt a tad bit better. I think more acute soreness than just that general fatigue, because I did a really hard workout on the treadmill on Thursday, so my calves are feeling sore, but I don't have that dead leg fatigue. Hopefully I won't tomorrow. We will see. Those famous last words, right? Knock on wood. But yeah, we'll see how that lack of stability in the back does with this shoe. So overall, cushioned, comfortable, fun, slightly more aggressive and faster than I maybe wanted in a max cushion shoe. Looks great. I mean, I love this colorway. So lots of good things about it. I said it because my first run, the whole frame of it was, does it live up to the hype? I said no, just because the hype was exceedingly high for this thing, but the performance is really good. There's not too many things that I would critique about it, but it also isn't a perfect shoe. So we'll see how that does tomorrow. I'm excited to do a long run in this, see if it could be a potential Super Blast competitor. Yeah, it just looks great. It feels great. I'm also excited to run in it. That's an underrated quality in a shoe, right? Do you just look forward to running in it, whether or not it's a completely perfect shoe or not? Is it something that you want to reach for again and again? And for me, that's the telltale sign that a shoe is worth its price point. This is $180. I already think it's a great deal compared to the other stuff out there, because a lot of the competitors are 200 plus. So if it's a shoe that's going to get you motivated to run, excited to run, that you're putting out the night before with all your long run stuff, then gosh dang, that puppy is worth it. All right, I think that's all for tonight. What time is it? Boom, 7:56. All right, this is perfect. I'll be in bed by 8:20. Gotta get that performance sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Today is always a good day. It's always a good Sunday. We can wake up at 4:30 and just be ready to attack the day. Let's go. Let's go. I actually feel pretty decent. I usually feel terrible when I wake up at 4:30, but I guess that's what happens when you go to bed early too. You know what Benjamin Franklin said? That early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. The thing is, that was cap. That was absolute cap. I learned from my John Adams book that I'm reading right now. Benjamin Franklin did not go to bed early, and he did not wake up early. He was actually partying in France with lascivious women. So, that's cap, bro. Alright, I'm gonna stop filming so I can be as quiet as possible. I just heard Ira awake. Charlie just had to tell him to go back to sleep. Also, this part of the floor is very, very loud. Oh man, that was just barely enough. safe over here. I can kind of talk. This is Reevesy's office. At least that's what I call it. Man, the one thing with these hardwood floors, with these houses that were built in the 70s, they're so loud, man. So loud, but we're through the gauntlet. This is my breakfast, 2 Dave's Blueberry Boomin' Bagels. See if I can salvage some of this last farmer's market honey here. We need to go to the farmer's market next weekend. Put some Justin peanut butter on these. We have the good coffee. Some electrolytes. I couldn't find my plain water, and I don't want to be making a whole bunch of racket, so I think I'm just going to drink my electrolytes, and we'll be good to go. We gotta keep the mustard on the dog, baby. Look at that. Bang. Oh yeah, for music this morning, I'm listening to the new Chance album. It's pretty good so far. Dude, this Justin's is wet. It's wet and oily. Look at that. The whole point of the Justin's is supposed to be that it has the palm oil, so it's not sliding everywhere. I'm getting all oily and wet, so that's a bit of a surprising one this morning. Dude, I don't know if I can listen to this, man. It's too sad. This is literally too sad. He's just a song about floating through space and time after he got divorced from his wife. Dude, this is really sad. Well, that's the point of music, right? It's supposed to make you feel something. It hasn't all been sad, but I accidentally just restarted it. The first 8 songs, there's been a lot of them that have been on the sadder side or just nostalgic in general. But this is his first album in 6 years, and first album since he got divorced, and he was known for talking a lot about his wife. There's even a meme. I love my wife. So yeah, this is sad, man. I might have to switch to some Currency or something, or some Rio to get hype. I don't know if I can listen to this before my run. It's good, though. Bro, this one's a banger. Gun in your purse. It's a banger. Best Young Thug verse post-jail on this, too. Absolute banger. But that's gonna get worse. Sometimes it'll get bad. Sometimes it'll get worse. Let's go. Alright, this song is straight up terrible. This is not a good song. Chance the Rapper, protest music. No. Bro, we don't need it, man. You're better than this, Chance. We don't need this one, man. You gotta stay in that nostalgic, sad bag, or even the fun, upbeat bag. This one is just, no. It's not for you, bro. It's not for you. Bro, that's crazy. He's dissing mega churches. He really wrote an entire verse dissing mega churches. And he started off saying, "Dear mega churches," and then he's just going in on how corrupt mega churches are. I wasn't expecting that one. This one was keeping me on my toes, man. I was about to cry, and then I had to skip a song because it was just odd. And now he's dissing mega churches. All right, Chance, this is entertaining for sure. Man, that mega church diss song, that might have been one of the best tracks on here. Yeah, we're 13, 14 songs in. That was a banger, bro. He was really writing on that one. That's the thing about Chance. He's just such a good writer, storyteller, the wordplay. He's a wordsmith on another level, man. So with him, it's really, how does he want to direct his talent? It's like a powerful automatic weapon, and sometimes it feels that the kickback from that weapon is overpowering what he's trying to do with it. So it's just, what direction does he want to take it? So far, this has been solid. I think I like the first half better than the second half. We'll see how he closes it out, but he's not rapping on this as I would have hoped. My favorite Chance song of all time is called I Might Need Security, and he just is rapping, he's spitting bars. It's a little like Tyler, the Creator with him, where his beat selection, his topic choice, his delivery sometimes just isn't my favorite anymore in terms of what I listen to, but it's solid. This is solid. All right, let's close it out. All right, we finally have a real rap beat. Let's see how he does on this one. And then I think the next song is with Jay Electronica, so there's no way that he's about to let Jay Electronica body him on his own album. So I think we're in the rapping section. Let's go. You did that. All right, thankfully we can say Chance the Rapper did not get killed by Jay Electronica on his own song. Jay Electronica said if Jesus were around, I'm paraphrasing here, but if Jesus were alive right now, he would have been banned on Facebook. That's an interesting take. So yeah, Chance definitely didn't get killed by Jay Electronica. Last. Finish the Chance album. Here are my thoughts on it. Very solid. I would say 6 out of 10. Maybe 7 out of 10. I think it would be a better album if he cut a few of these songs out. It's just long at 17 songs, but the songwriting is good. It's true to the artist he is. The one thing is, it was surprisingly political. He had a lot of protest songs or political songs. I was not expecting that. I also wish he rapped more. I wish he had some more upbeat rap songs, but that's not the place he is in his career. Is his post-divorce album, and so he's working through some stuff. The outro was really good. That might have been the best song on there, the last song. My takeaway, though, is he needs to find his audience. He needs to find who he's making music for. And that's the thing when you take time off. If I were to take time off from YouTube, if I took 6 years off and then I came back and I started talking about bada boom, bada bang, trying to run in every shoe, people would say, what are you doing? It's been 6 years since you did that. So he's refining his footing. Hopefully this is the start of dropping more music. And that's the thing in 2025, man. You can't just drop an album once every 2 years. You got to be consistent with it and rebuild that audience. So I would love to see him get in the bag that I like, which is the more lifestyle. Imagine if he did a collab with Alchemist, bro, that would be fire. He doesn't need to do that, but if he could find some sort of audience and just rap more and put out more music, I think he'll be well on his way to rebuilding that career. But solid for sure. Starline, 6 out of 10. Time to listen to some ignorant music now. Let's go Babyface Ray. Gotta get hype. Alright, we are right on target. 5:48 a.m. I'm gonna get changed and then we can go. It is still pitch black outside, so we might be starting this in the dark, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll beat the heat this morning. Alright, I'm gonna put my shoes on and then we can get out of here, man. We are making good time. I think I'm gonna have to put my shoes on inside because it's still pitch black out. Dude, Roni is awake, babbling to herself. But yeah, plan for this run. We're gonna get 20 something miles. This kind of feels like a lifestyle shoe. Maybe it's just the Nike aspect. Let's go. Dude, literally spider webs everywhere. I can't see. I'm just walking straight into spider webs. Look at that moon. I think that's a waxing crescent. Beautiful. Probably gonna walk into more spider webs and drop my stuff off in the front here. I literally can't see anything, man. Alright. Well, hopefully I don't run into any more spider webs. 6:04, let's go. This is our earliest departure in months. Ah, that was another spider web. Oh, these are comfy, man. Comfy and bouncy. Alright, I'll see you when it's bright out. This is a great shoe, man. This really just feels like a shoe for everybody. From elite to 15-minute miler. Just a nice shoe. Mile 3, 8:08 pace. Mile 4, 8:12. Nothing to it but to do it. Man, I really want nothing to do with taking a gel right now, but I should. This is how you practice for the marathon. Sound of a gel at 6:50 a.m. It's just appalling. But we gotta take them. It's like the same thing with the runs, right? We do them when we don't feel good. We do them when we feel good. We have to take the gels when we're not feeling it, because on race day we're probably not going to be feeling it. It's a beautiful morning, man. Mile 5, 8:09. Sometimes I can get in my head about my daily pace being slower than other people at my fitness level. But I'm big, man. I'm 6'2". Takes a lot of work. I have long legs. The heavier you are and the bigger you are, just the more work it is to propel your body through space. My strength is that I'm big and powerful, but it doesn't really help me when I'm jogging along. It only helps me when I'm trying to tear the top off the road. But the flip side of that is, because I'm big and strong, I can run for a long time without getting tired. So that's what we're gonna do this morning. Keep it nice and relaxed. We'll be out here for about 3 hours. It's a bunny. Little known fact, it's another bunny. Bunnies are one of the few max cushion gang animals. Squirrels are not. Squirrels are barefoot mafia. Mile 7, 7:54. Nice and relaxed, man. This is a perfect morning for it. I haven't been out this early for a long run in a few months. It's just beautiful. It reminds me why I love running. We gotta earn it. Running's the last great meritocracy. You want a title? Bro, you gotta earn it. You want to call yourself a sub 3 marathoner? Earn it. You can't buy any titles around here. If you can buy a title, I don't want it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Getting miles all the time. The Slupwell slugs will grind. And getting mileage all the time. The Slupwell slugs will grind. I'm getting mileage all the time. It's up, well, soil grind. Let them grind, let them grind, let them grind. It was dark, so I had to grind. Now I got the Ben Parks cosign. Man, these shoes were actually feeling pretty chill at 8 flat. Now that I'm down at 740, feels like they just want me to go. So I guess it's like once you get these things going, you just can't stop. Mile 9, back at 8:01 pace. I'm gonna take another gel. Kind of feeling an adventure this morning. I want to go to the pickleball park. We can count how many Teslas are there. I'm gonna set the over under at I think there are gonna be 3. So I don't know if I should say 2.5 or 3.5. But I think they're gonna be 3. So let me say 2.5. That's the over under for Teslas at the pickleball courts. And I'm taking the over. It's 7:30, so by the time we get there, it'll probably be around 8. And I don't know where all these people come from because they definitely don't live in Mint Hill. I think they drive from all different areas of Charlotte just to get our pickleball courts. That was mile 10, 8 flat. I'm kind of worried they're putting in pickleball courts at the new park across the street from my house. Not from my house, but from my neighborhood. That will certainly attract a different demographic. But if they are doing that, that's actually pretty smart on the part of Mint Hill from a marketing standpoint, because then you get all these young people with no kids in time to play pickleball, and then they come to Mint Hill, and by the time they're ready to have kids, they say, oh, where should we live? Mint Hill. And we know about it because the pickleball courts. People always ask me, or not always, but sometimes I get these comments, why are you breathing so heavily on your relax runs? I think the GoPro amplifies the breathing. Also, I don't know, because I just checked my heart rate. I was like, oh, I'm breathing kind of heavily right now. And my heart rate's 128, so I don't know. I'm just tired. It's also a lot of work to carry the camera and talk. I walk this lonely The only one for American dreams and lonely city streets, and lonely boulevard of broken dreams. Hour-long videos. It's a saga. I put red on the hat, but I am not MAGA. My left tricep tat, it's a dagger. They didn't even know about the left tricep tat. Look at it. It's a dagger, just in case I need to handle business. Can you see it? Oh, there was a Tesla at that light. I thought I was going to the pickleball courts. It's going to Publix. Maybe they're getting fruit and then going to the pickleball courts. Man, I just saw my reflection in the window. I don't know what happened. I'm looking yoked. It's looking swole this morning. I think it's the mileage, man. The mileage got me looking like Nick Bear. I might go one more. I'm a big bear. I might get a haircut. I got big hair. I built my own table because they wouldn't let me sit there. It's the Nick Bear flow. It's my gym. So I'm saying this is the only advertising they have. Just gigantic signs say now open. Mile 14, 750. It's real vibey out here this morning, man. I wish I could just bottle up this Mint Hill air and send it to you all. This is the closest we can get to it, though. Just a beautiful morning. I mean, look at this. You could buy this house. Picture perfect. American dream right there. Probably $350,000. Get you an FHA loan. Put 1% down. You'll be living. If I can close this run out with 23 miles, that'll be a 130-mile week. A pack mule type mileage right there. I feel like a mule. Call me the young mule. Except there's nothing infertile about me. Alright, we're at the park. Dude, first car I see, Tesla. I'm telling you. And I think that might be the same Tesla from the grocery store. So all we need is 2 more. Let's go. Morning. Oh, they're actually playing tennis too this morning. Okay, I see 2. And I saw Rivian. 1. There's the Rivian right there. And there's the second Tesla. Is there a third? Oh, there's a Prius Prime. Oh man, I was wrong. I said over. It was under. Dang. But 2 Teslas, a Rivian, and a Prius Prime, that converts to 3. That's essentially 3, because you know that Rivian driver was definitely driving a Tesla a year ago. But Vegas is not paying out that bet. I lost. I should have said EVs. If it was over 2.5 EVs would have paid out, but I said Teslas. Also, I do not condone betting. This is simply for fun. I'm gonna take my 3rd gel here. I feel my legs getting heavy. I think I'm behind on my gels. They like my videos because I'm a real guy. Might go lowercase title. It's a chill vibe. The flow too nice. Couldn't kill a fly. Cruising in my Nikes. Just made me remember Mac Miller. Now I want to cry. I was actually thinking about Mac Miller the other day when I was doing my top rappers list. He might be a top 10 of our generation when it comes to influence. And it's so sad that he died young for a variety of reasons, but man, his sound in the lane he was in and the subject matter, that's what's hot right now. The whole Boldy James, Currency, Larry June, Alchemist genre, the lifestyle rap. He was an OG lifestyle rapper, man, and he could really spit. And he would rap about going to the park and having fun and just hanging out with his friends. And he had the respect of the biggest legends in the game. I mean, you'll hear Currency, Freddie Gibbs, all these random people saying R.I.P. Mac Miller. And he was actually friends with all these people too. And every September, I think about it because that's when he died. And I just remember my college group chat texting about it. It was the summer after, or the year right after I graduated college. And it felt like a part of my childhood died with him. If you've never listened to Mac Miller, listen to this song, Best Day Ever. Alright, we're at the other park now. I'm gonna do a water refill and use the bathroom. This is the broke boy park. There's no Teslas out here. I'm just kidding, there's literally a G-Wagon right over there. That's the great thing about Mint Hill. Just everybody all mixed up together. A melting pot. Oh, that's an OG. It's an OG G-Wagon. Oh, look at that thing, man. Perfect spec. That's an AMG. Is that G55? OG, look at that. Perfect spec. Perfect. That's beautiful. I'm gonna use the bathroom, refill my water. That's that good stuff, baby. I'm gonna refill even more. And the whole thing with stopping during runs, during long runs, it really depends on the purpose of the run. For a day like today, I'm just trying to accumulate mileage, and I'm not really too concerned about being a hardo and going straight through. If we're a workout, especially a marathon pace workout or a tempo, I wouldn't be stopping. But today it's just cruise and relax mileage, doesn't matter. If you need to use the bathroom, use the bathroom. If you need to get some water, get some water. Especially if getting water or stopping to get a gel or something is gonna help you hit your distance, then do that. No need to be a hero. You can be a hero on race day. Mile 17, by the way. 6 more. Mile 18, baby, let's go. 5 more. Again, mileage irresponsibly. I married Charlie and the grind. This ain't monogamy. Almost at mile 20. I'm gonna go see if the horses are out this morning. And then we'll be done. Oh man, I don't think the horses are out, unfortunately. Yeah, no horses yet today. Alright, I'm gonna turn back around and head home. See, this is the park right across from my house. It's not completed yet. They said it was supposed to be done in September. It's not looking like this is gonna be a September opening. But look at this, nice greenway path and everything. And these are the pickleball courts that I'm worried about. What do we think? Does this look like pickleball to you? I think it is because of the low fence height. I don't know what else it would be. It can't be tennis because you have to do high fences for tennis. Well, we can christen it with some mileage before the pickleballers ruin it. Let's go. You can't stop me. I really run Min Hill. Don't play with me. Mile 21. Back in the hood here. 2 more miles to go. These shoes have been great. Just a high stack workhorse. It's a beast. Reminds me some of the Nova Blast 4. Boom, mile 22. That was 8 flat. I feel like I could just keep going and going. This is the all-day pace right here. But we have to remember the intended purpose. I could come out here, be absolutely reckless, jog a marathon for no reason, but I don't need to do that. I'm trying to be slightly less reckless than I was last year. The whole goal of today was to do an overtime run, so a nice relaxed run, longer than my goal marathon time. And I've already accomplished that. I think we're at just about 3 hours right now, so I'll jog it out to mile 23. We can call it a day. And look at that, man. 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 30 seconds as we're closing it up. Beautiful. My guy up there who I passed was wearing Invincibles. He was wearing Invincibles, walking. I think his wife was wearing Windflows. Nike really has the streets on lock still. Closing it out here, coasting home. Bang. 23 piece in the books. Feeling good, feeling great. Let's go. I honestly feel like I could keep going. And I want to, but I'm not gonna do it. That's 130 miles on the week. We're gonna call it. That's some good work right there. Yeah. Finishing a 23 piece with a smile on my face, nothing better. We got the newspaper. Oh, look at that. Gotta let them know, bro. US stock market dominance stirs worry in Europe. I'm sorry. Sorry to all my Euros. Mileage arrow up, kilometer arrow down. There we go, man. That was really good work. Yeah, that's what we call the all-day pace right there. Just keep it super relaxed. I'm going to give that a 2 out of 10. I actually felt, I wouldn't say very strong. I'll say strong, especially given the mileage. There's some of these runs where I come out here on the high mileage weeks and I'll just crumble in the back half, but I was very steady. Now, that was not a fast run at all for me. It's basically recovery pace, borderline recovery pace, but the goal of today was to go long. I wanted to go 3 hours. I kept saying 3 hour long run, 3 hour long run. And look at that, 3 hours, 5 minutes, 18 seconds. So perfect. 8:02 pace, 23 miles, average heart rate 137. That's pretty much just bang on. That's exactly what we want. Nice aerobic development run right there. Yeah, that's good work. Oh gosh, camera's getting all foggy. The humidity's back. Yeah, I didn't invent that expression, the all-day pace. I don't even know who did. Some of these things, it's just people say them and then they take off. But all-day pace is an effort you feel that you can run all day. And if you're just starting out, it might be really relaxed or walking. And that's when walk-run is useful if you're just coming into running, so you could extend, because it takes time. It might take you 2 years or at least 9 months before you could run 3 hours without stopping, and especially before you could run 3 hours at this relaxed effort. And again, I was saying this out there, but with the whole stopping thing, I stopped to use the bathroom, I stopped to refill my water. You have to think about the goal of the run and the purpose of the run. I will not do a workout, a speed workout, or a recovery run, or any run if I don't know the purpose of it. So today it was all about the time on feet. I want to build endurance. I'm getting the weekly mileage up, and I want to do that with as little stress and impact on the body. I was actually thinking about throwing a pace pickup in there, and I did a surge for about 30 seconds on mile 20, And then I just pulled back and said, no, I'm not going to do that. What is the intended purpose of today? Is it useful for me to push the pace? Do I really need to get 3 extra miles at marathon pace? No, I do not. And that's just hero behavior. So I pulled back. And with that too, a shoe like this, the Nike Vomero Plus, was perfect for what I was trying to do today. Just nice, gentle, relaxed run, go out there, get some time on feet. This was so protective. I did not feel the impact of the ground at all. And it's one of those shoes like the Nova Blast 4 or the Puma Mag Max that just gets better with miles. And as I was going out there and stacking and accumulating more time on feet, the shoe just proved itself more and more. It's not that the ride got bouncier or better, but it just stood up really well. Some of those qualities that I didn't love so much in the beginning, like the 10 millimeter drop and the aggression pushing me forward up more to my toes on the platform, they were nice toward the end because it helped me keep that momentum going. And once I locked into that pace, I was very steady, 8 flat pace. This thing was perfect. So Vomero Plus, I think we're almost at 50 miles in this thing. I did 18 mile first day, and then did I get 8? I either got 6 or 8 more, so we can call it around, let's say 25 plus 23, 4. So we're at somewhere in the 40s in this. I think we can call this a Supwell certified banger, man. For what it is, long runs, high mileage, tank. Boom. Man, this thing is glowing. Look at that. We got that morning light behind us. What time is it? It is 9:26, so 23 miles in the morning. And we're already done, man. That's a beautiful thing. I think this is some merch. Yeah, look at this, buddy. This is some merch that we've been testing. Just got it. Blood, sweat, and mileage. Dude, this is a low-key banger. Look at that. Might have to drop it. What do you guys think? Banger? Banger alert? Blood, sweat, mileage? That's what we did this morning, man. Banger. It's a heavyweight shirt. I like the heavyweight shirts, but I don't so much like it right now when I just ran 23 miles, so I'm not going to put it on. But yeah, man, I want to go over fueling first before I get into the shoe. So I was doing the Torque gels today. This is not sponsored. I'm telling you, nobody wants to sponsor the shenanigans here. But you can use my affiliate link on these. I'll put them below if you want to support the channel. But I did 4 gels. So the pre-run fuel, I did the 2 bagels. You probably saw those. The 2 Dave's Blueberry. Ooh, the Dave's Blueberry Boom and Bagels. And they're not my absolute favorite, but sometimes I like just, well, Charles got them for me and they're my favorite because she got them. But sometimes I like doing the Dave's and just working them back in because I know no matter where I am, if I'm in Chicago like last year or if I'm running a marathon on the coast in North Carolina, I know I can find Dave's because every grocery store sells it. So it's good to have some food items like that if you're traveling for marathons or traveling for races or even just for long runs on pre-vacation or vacation pre-fuel for the long runs that you can rely on. So that's what I did today with the Justin's peanut butter. And then 4 gels over the course of 3 hours. So typically I would do every 4 miles. I think I went mile 5, 9, 15, and 19, something like that. So I alternated between the green apple crumble here and this guy. What is this? Rhubarb? Yeah, rhubarb and custard. And I just love the flavors of the Torque, man. So good. This is actually a UK company, Torque Gel. And then I had pretty much 2 bottles of these. I have a little bit left right now, but oh man, I can feel the heat ramping up. But yeah, I had about 2 bottles of this. So I had the first bottle finished that around mile, what was it, 15? So probably first 90 minutes or roughly around that. And then I refilled at the park. I actually chugged probably half of it. And I also came back here to use the bathroom and I chugged some electrolytes. So that's probably 50 ounces of fluid over the course of 3 hours, and all these gels. And you don't need it, but it just, for me, it makes the recovery so much better. It makes, right now, I don't feel like I ran 3 hours. I don't feel like I just went out there and ran a hard marathon. Now, of course, I have to go up there and refuel. But if I weren't to have fueled, especially with the water, I'll be smoked right now. And I'm not a pro. And you know what I have to do after I finish filming? It's going to be about 9:45 when I finish filming. I have an entire day ahead of me, hanging out with the kids, hanging out with the family, making lunch, making dinner. So whatever I can do during the run and before the run to set myself up for success later in the day so I'm not dragging is huge. Man, when I first started running, I was talking about this the other day, but I did intermittent fasting, and I would do only 10-mile long runs, right, compared to now. I'm not saying 10 miles is short, but compared to the long runs I'm doing now, I'd be doing 10 miles and I would just be smoked until, and I wouldn't eat till noon because I was so strict with the intermittent fasting window. That's just how I am. I'm black or white. If I'm gonna do it, I'm all in. So I would do these 10-mile long runs, and I would just lay in bed watching, what was that show? The Last Dance? This was during COVID when the Jordan Last Dance was on. I would just lay in my bed watching The Last Dance until noon. And we only had one kid at the time, so I could do that. And Charles would just hang out with Mason. It's just different when you have one kid. There's no way I'm an intermittent fast now and lay in my bed until noon after my long run. So I got to do everything I can to set myself up for success. So I do that with the gels. I do that with the Camelbacks. And yeah, we ordered pizza last night. And this is the thing with being a hobby jogger, right? Some days you got to order pizza. You got to have convenience food. Man, it's no joke having 3 kids and just trying to string everything together. So to be able to run a 130-mile week with 3 kids in the channel, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. That's some good work. So let's talk about the shoe. Nike Vomero Plus, 23-mile long run. We can throw it up. Goal for today, just nice time on feet, nice relaxed mileage. I wanted to test this with the long run because it's been getting a lot of pop. This is probably the most hype shoe right now. Also, Connor Mantz, Nike's fastest marathon athlete right now, has been using this for a lot of marathon training and long run training, so I wanted to test it. And I actually really did want to try the iStone style. So his coach is named Ed iStone, who's a former Olympian. But the iStone style long run, where you do these very short marathon pickups toward the end, I thought that could have been fun today, especially because Connor Mantz was doing that in this shoe, but just, it wasn't the vibe. So I never want to do something that feels too much like a force, so I decided not to do the pace pickup today. But this was the perfect shoe. In terms of the issues that I had with it, or just not even issues, but potential challenges, the quirks of it, the stability, that was the first thing, right? With it having this narrower heel feel, and it's not actually narrower. I think it has something to do with how the foam is contoured back here, or the rubber is contoured. It almost feels like you're landing on a tennis ball or a pickleball. I have to say, the deeper I got into the run, the less that was an issue. I didn't feel any narrowness or instability in the back of the platform today, and it very much did disappear on foot. That was the thing through the first 30 miles, first 25 miles with the shoe. I was always thinking about the shoe. I was always thinking about how bouncy it was, how it was putting me up on my toes, how it was forcing me to get the legs going. Today, I wasn't thinking about it at all, especially as we got deeper into that run. And that's why the Nova Blast 4 and the Mag Max both keep coming to mind, because they are both highly protective shoes with the big stack. They feel like these massive shoes on foot. And this is actually in between the Nova Blast 4 and Mag Max when it comes to weight, or maybe it's right around the Nova Blast 4, but regardless, very similar. It's in that vein. These shoes that if you're taking them out for a 20-minute jog or a 30-minute jog, they're gonna feel weird. They're gonna feel like they're forcing you to do something that you might not normally do, and that's why this isn't a short distance recovery shoe. That is the Vomero 18. That is the perfect shoe for that. But as you get deeper into those miles, man, that's where this thing truly shines. So we were actually trying to figure out how to class this shoe at Supwell. We were saying, is it a max cushion? Do we put it on max cushion? Do we put it on zone 3 champs? It almost felt borderline like a zone 3 shoe. It was forcing me to pick up the pace. I think it's a daily trainer, and I'm going to class it as a daily trainer because it can really do everything, but it specializes in the long miles. So I would say this versus the Mag Max, this is slightly better than the Mag Max for that shorter distance stuff and for the faster pace pickup stuff, whereas the Mag Max is way more of a relaxed or middle pace cruiser. But this really does feel like a high stack do-it-all shoe. This is just a mule, man. I was joking out there that I'm a mule, but some days I feel like a mule because I can just crush a lot of work, and that's what mules do. You just load them up and you send them to go crush through a lot of miles. That's what I learned on the Oregon Trail. People think there were horses and oxen pulling the carts, but a lot of the best animals on the Oregon Trail were the mules, because mules, they don't need a lot of food and they can just go crank for hours. So this is a mule type shoe, man. It can just do whatever, and I'm really happy with it. The other reason that I like it is because it's just, when Nike has a good shoe, it's fun to see because it gets a lot of people interested in the shoes, and Nike's one of those brands that can pull people into running. So I just love to see when Nike has a good shoe, and it's also been cool to see on the app how many people across different pace ranges, across different distances and everything have been loving this shoe. I have seen some stuff about how it doesn't disappear on foot at the shorter distances and some of the slower paces, and I would agree. But for a run like today, man, 3-hour long run, what I'm looking for is comfort, something that's going to be high stack and protective, something that will just get out of the way, let me do the job, and then some of that je ne sais quoi, something extra. Are there mosquitoes out here? Mosquitoes don't like the je ne sais quoi. And this does have that je ne sais quoi. It's hard to really put my finger on it, but like the Nova Blast 4, that's the shoe that's been coming to mind again today. And I think it's in my mind because Meredith was talking about it, Meredith from the Subwell team. Like that shoe, the je ne sais quoi is just how protective it feels over the course of the long run. I would say the difference between the Nova Blast, though, the 4, and if you haven't run in the 4, it was firmer than the 5. It was also even choppier at some paces. That's why it was better for the long runs, because as you got deeper into run, that choppiness would go away. It was also, not the fastest shoe. The 5 was faster, but unlike that shoe, this just, it feels smoother. And the geometry, the benefit of here, unlike the Asics, even though it doesn't have a huge rocker or anything, it's just very smooth. And that was the primary characteristic through the back half of the run. Just smooth, easy to run in, and enjoyable. So it might not be the bounciest shoe out there, might not be the fastest shoe out there, but if you're looking for something tall, protective, easy to run in, that's nice and gentle on the legs, this is an absolute banger, man. So great shoe to close out a 130-mile week. And I only took it out of the box on, what was it, Wednesday? Either Wednesday or Thursday. So I put about 45 to 50 miles on this in 5 days. It's holding up really well. Let's take a look at the rubber wear here. Yeah, you can see we're wearing down. The Just Do It. I think the Just Do It right here is all gone. Is the Nike Running? No, the Nike Running on the forefoot is still there. And the grip is solid. In the dry, there's not going to be any issues with it. I think it's going to be fairly protective on the foam. Look at this. From this angle right here. Yeah, look at that. You're not getting any wear yet at about 45, 50 miles. And then the foam, I don't know if it's breaking in, but it does feel more restrained and just less aggressive. Maybe that's breaking in. Maybe I'm getting used to it. But the other side of that is it's not getting mushy. 23 miles, 3 hours. A lot of these shoes, especially a shoe like the Vomero 18, the more standard shoe, they can just start feeling gummy and heavy and lose their fun qualities after an hour and a half. That didn't happen with this. So this is a nice version of ZoomX. It's not the same PIBA-based compound that's in the Alpha Fly and the Vaporfly and the Streak Fly, but it is really good. As they say right here, tuned for max cushioning. I would love if they called it something different, but it's good, so I'm gonna let them get away with it. And then of course the looks, absolute banger. So overall, I can highly recommend this shoe. If you're looking for something comfortable that's also fun, that's gonna get you excited to increase your mileage, bada boom, bada bang, man. 130-mile week, you can't argue against the mileage. So this is a certified banger right here. It's time for me to shower, refuel, do all that good stuff. I think that's all I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I think it was the pineapple pizza last night. That was one of the pizzas we got. Pineapple jalapeno, vegan pizza, banger, banger. I'm definitely pro pineapple on pizza. I don't know why you wouldn't be. I also don't know why you'd be so concerned about what topping a person wanted to put on their pizza. The anti-pineapple on pizza people is just, why are you so upset about my pizza? Just enjoy your pizza. You can put whatever you want on it. I don't eat meat anymore. I'm not going to be mad about a pepperoni pizza, you know what I mean? But you got to curate the vibe. That's what I was thinking, man. Starting from the pineapple pizza, I just wanted to curate a chill, delightful vibe for this run. And then we crushed it. So look at that. 130 mile week. It's a vibe.